Jake loves vagina. Jake loves vagina. Spread the word around the community that tonight we have a big announcement. Spread the word around the community that Joe Cronin is about to reel his F it. But we're going to censor that, not be real, because you know how YouTube is. Hey, Matt, I like your new name. Can I call you a Riddle? Riddle me this. Tonight, it's out of nowhere. We have Jake the Snake DeMarco in the house with no clothes on beneath the waist. Below the waist, there's nothing there. Below the waist, he has shaven hair. And I'm serious about that. This is weird. I don't like this camera angle. I want to switch back to right about there where it looks at me this way.
Where you go dead on?
Looking this way is very weird. Or no, just from the side. I don't know. It's just a very strange angle that I'm feeling here, man. I'm feeling a very strange angle, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I think Matt Diddle would work a lot better. We were talking about that earlier, and I said, you know, I really think Matt Diddle is a much better name. So
gotta go with the chat. They're just going to call him Matt. Pyro, everything. Matt. I love it.
I mean, it's as if he wasn't boring enough. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight.
The Riddler.
It's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Keep it hard.
In my music.
The Diddler. What's up, everybody? Welcome into Out of Nowhere, episode 214. I almost said 100. It's like we're on like episode 214. So many episodes of Out of Nowhere. It's almost unbelievable. We are looking at it, man. Give me the hype. I need the hype. I feel like this ain't the hype.
Oh, come on. You got to get hyped. It's Out of Nowhere.
It's pretty
baby.
hyped, but I mean, I need the hype.
You need the real hype.
Yeah, like give me some... Give me that. I know what it is. Give me the Pantera again from earlier today. We did it.
Oh yeah, play my music.
Yeah.
Now we got the hype. Can't you see? I'm easily.
My name is Matt Riddle. Now it's not. You wanted to change my name and call myself Riddle. Fuck you. Oh. No, but seriously, Matt Riddle, his name changed to Riddle. It's not even kidding. Not even a joke. We're joking a lot, but his name changed to Riddle. That is a screenshot from WWE.com.
Not a joke. Vince is actually allergic to first names. You know, anybody that has a first name, he seems to snatch that off. Antonio Cesaro, no. You know, get over here.
I take back what I said, Jake. I take back what I said. I said that he only changes like minorities' names or names that like he doesn't understand. He's like, oh, but like this is a white guy, and his name is Matt Riddle. And we've heard him change other white guys' names. Remember, for a while there was a joke that was like, Vince just always changes minorities' names. Well, nope.
It's just anything he doesn't understand or doesn't care for.
It's everything, yeah.
Yeah, and he's changed and altered and applied so many nicknames. Now, Matt Riddle says, it's okay. I've been called Riddle my whole life. I actually prefer it. It's my real last name. That's all well and good, but that's not the point of this. It's not really the name change, because a name's a big deal. But even that, you can learn to live with it, grow. It's just more a symptom of what's wrong with WWE right now. All the things that they can focus on, everything that needs its attention brought to at this point in time. And Vince's biggest issue is with the name Matthew.
Yeah, or the only thing he can think to tweak is a name like Matt.
Exactly. When you have so many things wrong, your Monday night show is failing disastrously.
And you know what Vince is saying backstage too? You know what he's saying about this when he changed it? He went, I guarantee you this. Vince McMahon said something like this. His name's not Matt. His name's Riddle. You know, it's Riddle. Like, it's not Matt Riddle. It's not Matt. We've had a Matt Hardy. He sucked too. This is Riddle. Like, that's like something Vince would do. And it's like, okay. All right, bro. What the hell are you talking about?
And this is at a time where we can't even say that, as much as their shows are losing ratings and they're essentially doing bad in the fans' eyes, WWE boasts their biggest profits in third quarter 2020 earnings report today.
It's so ridiculous. The worse
their
they
revenue
do, the more they
saw
make.
a 19% increase to $221.6 million from the previous year. McMahon's company also touted that their operating income was $63.4 million. That was an increase of $57 million from last year. Now, I know they also boasted that the Thunderdome provides an interactive experience, and they're saving money with that. They said digital video views were at 9.2 billion. That's a 3% increase. E-commerce increased to 9.1 million. So they're seeing increases everywhere.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But how? I mean, we know, logistically how, but it just doesn't feel earned or warranted at this point in time. It's ridiculous. Yeah, riddle me this.
When he, Kieran in the chat said, when he tagged Matt and Jeff the other week over and over, Cole kept saying Matt and Jeff. I bet Vince didn't like that. I don't know. Maybe. Who the hell knows with Vince?
Oh, he doesn't want anybody to think of Matt Hardy.
Right, Matt Riddle.
Yeah, so he wants just Riddle.
I hate the damn name, Matt. Damn it, I hate Matt.
I mean, remember when he changed TJ Perkins to TJP because he thought it was too long, and then he shortened somebody else's name. Who was it?
Well, I mean,
because of the active shooting scenario. Remember?
Oh yeah, Florida? Yeah. The guy had the same name. It was Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews. So
they
just
Crews
Crews, and then eventually there was enough of an uproar that they brought back Apollo, and then it was Apollo Crews again. So
yeah, because then that backlash from the shooter, you didn't know if that shooter's name was going to become like forever, and he kind of went away after a couple weeks.
Yeah, and that's the only one I could see with them. All right, let's just call him Apollo for a little while until this dies down. But they do it constantly, as I mentioned before. Alexander Rusev, Antonio Cesaro. It's happened time and time and time again. If you don't have to take away their names, you can have the commentary team just refer to them as you like.
Right.
But and this is one of the other stories I wanted to bring up is that Mike Bennett is really upset with Vince for obvious reasons. But he said, Vince is always nice to our face, but some of the things he's done lately, it's really hard for me to wrap my brain around this. It's hard for me to be okay with the way he treated my wife. He said it was a really lousy thing to do. Not only that, but she had more experience with that company, referring to WWE. She was there for 6 years before the second time, and then 3 years on the second run. That's almost 10 years of service. To release a woman who is on maternity leave after giving 10 years to a company, and then they just fire her in the middle of a pandemic, I'm sorry, I think that's a real lousy thing to do to a person.
Yeah, well,
he's not wrong.
Like, are we surprised though? I mean, like, I don't know, like,
no, but they asked for their release months and months earlier. That he did anyways, and then they weren't going to get it, so then they re-signed, and then they let them go while expecting. Like, it just, it was a bad look altogether. I mean, WWE letting anybody go during a pandemic, not just furloughing people, but actually firing people, is ridiculous. You look at all these other wrestling companies that are hiring people, no one's let go of anyone unless it came to specific reasons like the speaking out movement or contract issues. But no one's done any mass firings except WWE.
Right. Crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, they were jobbed for years with nothing to do. We all know the story about what happened with them. There was nothing for them to do whatsoever. It was garbage. I mean, so nothing surprises me. I don't feel bad for them because they went back to WWE. They made a bunch of money. They got on TV again. Mike Bennett got known really for the first time for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't know who Mike Bennett was. A lot of people did. Like, all the people like us and stuff had watched him in all kinds of places. But, I mean, there's at least about, 1 to 2 million people who had never heard of Mike Bennett who now have at least know who that is. So if someone says, yeah, it's that guy, remember he came out, and maybe they don't even remember because it was so short-lived, but I mean, at least he had something to do or
use
whatever.
That exposure off of to get some type of indie signing or booking. Yeah.
But yeah, they misused Maria and him. I mean, that they should have been this great preacher couple thing that they were doing where they got the headsets and they're not preachers like they're in church, but they're preaching to people about their values and how they act and how Mike respects
their relationship,
his wife.
Their love.
Yeah, Maria could have been like, Mike respects me, unlike most of you men or so-called men. You know what I mean? Maybe, Mike went out and Mike stayed home and did what he had to do and clean the house like he was supposed to. Okay? Like he cleaned the house and he had dinner for me when I was done. Would you guys make dinner for your wives? Probably not, because you're despicable and you're chauvinist and you're all these disgusting things and they could literally take that sort of SJW left-wing crazy left thing and do that, just like Daniel Bryan took the weird granola eating fucking clean world green people veganism, and he took that and he went to the dickhead route with it. And if those two things would work so well because they're realistic, real like issues,
things going on in current times,
which is weird because you agree with it. You agree with women's rights and you agree with that progressiveness.
But it's fun to be infuriated at someone,
right? But they're
that thrown in your face.
But they're being the worst of those people. They're taking the thing that they really they really believe in, and they're making it the worst of it, and that is brilliant. So it's like they really do believe these things, but they're not. They're turning the volume way up and over, which is weird because some people really do that, as we know, in those groups of people. Just like a religious character, maybe like a Christian who's like, you better go to church or you're gonna die, or IRS, pay your taxes or else this is gonna happen. Like the real, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess the IRS one is kind of that's kind of accurate.
But that's the thing. That's usually what works when you have a lot of realism, in there, at least enough of it, and then you just turn it up to 11. That's what works for great characters and stars. And speaking of that, little side note here, Chavo Guerrero was in a recent interview, and he was talking about the Kerwin White gimmick, and I just found this hilarious. He said, I got off the plane in Japan, came to Raw, and Vince McMahon goes, well, hello, Kerwin. And I said, all right, what's going on? And he said, well, today you're going to denounce your Hispanic heritage, and you're going to become a white guy. That's what Vince said directly to Chavo. So Chavo said, I had two options, either say no and possibly go back on the burner for a while or get fired, or say, all right, let's do it. So he said, I wanted to go, full-fledged Kerwin White. I went into it. And he said it was a really hard thing to do because the Hispanics hated me because I was denouncing my Mexican heritage. White people hated me because I was making fun of them. I had everyone hating me, and a true heel wants everyone to hate him. I told Vince, I want to come out in a white sheet.
Oh my God.
He wanted to have a KKK style entrance, and Vince was like, "Yes, I love it." He said, "I never ended up doing it though because it got too risky and racist." And then, of course, Eddie passed away, so they scrapped the gimmick entirely.
Oh my God.
How great is that Vince went ahead and was like, "KKK, sure, let's go for it. I love it."
Yeah,
What
I
the
mean,
hell? Doesn't surprise me with everything Vince has done.
Listen, I will be. I'm a sick person. Obviously, we hate the KKK. We don't like the KKK. Obviously, a lot of stuff we don't like. But I got to be honest. Like, I would do all this crazy stuff if I could. I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do the most. What's the most hate we're gonna get? What's the most we can make your character a piece of shit? Like, how can we shock people? Like that.
Yeah, and then the point of is that eventually your good guy beats up this horrendous bad guy. That's the point of it. You know, the bad guy gets over for a while and you get angry and you can't wait to see him get his comeuppance, to get his ass beat. That's what's great. When you have the really good heels, you have even better faces. You need that type of storyline to get behind. So if people are really booing him and he has great heel heat, oh, that's great, because then the faces work even better.
Be the KKK.
But if it's go away heat.
Imagine that. Yeah, if they did it, they did it nowadays. Like, wow, they could really get some heat now. Now people would really.
Oh my God! But
they'd be
too afraid of backlash and being canceled,
They'd
much like Joe Rogan.
Right, or anybody now. They freak out. Like the NFL. The NFL's like, stop kneeling, and we're gonna fine people. We're gonna do stuff about you kneeling people. Stop kneeling on the field. We're gonna fine you. We're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna fire you. Whatever we are. And then people started like burning shit down, and they went, We agree with you. This is weird. Like, we love you. Go ahead. We agree with you. Don't burn the NFL down. We like you. We love you. In fact, we're going to put like warnings at the beginning of video games about BLM and everything. We love you all. We were kidding before. We made a mistake. You're right. Like, like they got terrified. Probably WWE would do the same thing. They'd be like, let's do this. And then people would start picketing outside. And then they'd be like, you know what? And then there'd be like warnings at the beginning of every Raw. Like facts, you know how they do the facts? Like WWE now employs over 50% of WWE employees are minorities. Like, and they would like do all these things to like try to make sure that they're telling everybody like, we surrender. It's weird. So, you know, I don't know. What the hell are we talking about? What was the next thing? Are we on the right thing? Are we on the next thing?
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of going through all the small stories before we get into like the ratings.
I'm never covering NXT again. So just so everybody knows, never doing NXT again. It was a dead night. It was horrible. Terrible night.
It was a dead night in a review because the show was so damn good.
It wasn't dead. The numbers were dead, man. Nobody was watching. Nobody cared about NXT. It was crazy. At least none of our listeners did. They were like, fuck you, where's AEW? So you'll trust me, AEW's back next week, and I don't give a fuck if they call it NXT fucking like World War III. I don't care if NXT brings back World War III. I won't be covering it. I will be covering the whatever episode of AEW. I don't care if it's a tape episode of AEW and literally the episode is Orange Cassidy blowing a sheep. I will only watch AEW and only cover AEW. I will never again cover NXT. What a horrible night. It's carried over to tonight, too. What the fuck? The numbers, like, everything is down.
I think everything's just down on YouTube in general.
Oh, my God, bro. It's horrible. But no, it's NXT. Fuck NXT, bro. Fuck everything. You know, what a fucking never covering
It's
that
unfortunate
again.
Because it really was, you know, a great show. And people said, oh, it was, you know, I see some people say, oh, it was a cheap pop or they had to pull out a fake pay-per-view. NXT does the same thing that AEW's done. They've both done it. They both had theme nights. You don't give AEW shit for Fyter Fest or Fight for the Fallen.
But I thought people wanted Halloween Havoc. Everybody complained all the time. Bring back Halloween Havoc. Bring back Halloween Havoc. Hey, they did. I mean,
they did. It won in the ratings. NXT's Halloween Havoc brought in 876,000 viewers.
Well, that was my theory behind it too. Was like we predicted that it will win in the ratings. We predicted NXT would win. They did. Not in the right demo though, but they won in the ratings.
Yeah, I mean, they were close in demos, so that worked well.
How was the demo? Somebody, I think the Goon was dropping numbers earlier. Like, they barely won or they barely lost.
So, AEW had NXT had 876,000 viewers. AEW had 781,000 viewers. NXT brought in a 0.25 in the 18 to 49, and Dynamite brought in a 0.32. So, not that far off from each other. And pretty close all in all. NXT got about 100,000 more. All in all. So that's good. And the fact that both of their show numbers were up from last week. AEW had an extra almost 30,000 viewers, and NXT brought in almost 200,000, or actually 30,000 extra viewers. So NXT had a huge increase for this show.
You're right. Yeah. See, it's really bad, man.
So that was great on them. Last week both shows were down drastically. So
yeah,
because of what was it, 753 and 644. So both shows were down from the week before. And the week before that, it was 651 and 826. So it's good to see NXT get out of that 650,000 range, and to see AEW go back up towards 800,000 is good for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. The good news is both shows went up in ratings. So that's right. You're right. The good news is both shows ratings went up. So I guess that is the silver lining. Now, dumbass Ernest Cook in the chat says, Joe, you literally get the same amount of views for both shows. Oh, really? Well, last night I actually had to make 2 live streams in order to get views. So here are the 2 separate live streams right here. That's funny you mentioned that, Cook, in the chat.
Yeah, NXT got instantly shadow banned.
So let's go take a look, since you're that curious in the chat. Let's take a look and see who's right here. So 1562, and we can even wait till next week and I'll be right still, so it won't matter. But 1786, that equals 3,348 views combined. So I'm even giving you both of them. I'm giving you both live streams I did yesterday. One and the other one. Both of them. Both live streams. Here is last week's AEW review. Only AEW. No Halloween Havoc, no NXT. There it is. If you can't read because the numbers are too small, that number for the AEW review is 5,595 views. So you saying I literally get the same amount of viewers is incorrect. There was vastly less people watching. And I just had several people tell me they admitted they ended up watching somebody else reviewing it because they wanted to hear AEW's review. So, obviously we reviewed AEW usually, so it was a mistake to switch over.
Thankfully we covered both, but...
Yeah, we covered both a little bit, but I kind of featured NXT, and we really made it clear we were doing NXT. So, I won't do that again. That will not happen again. So, you are incorrect, whoever says that we do the same amount of viewers. And by the way, the week before that, you want to know what the week before that was? The week before this, last week's Dynamite, the week before that's Dynamite, 10,000. This week won't crack 2,000 on one video. And it won't crack 3,500 views all total. So I have the numbers to back it up, just like everything else. So just like when anybody else lies about me or something else, or whatever the hell people make up about me or say about me that's always inaccurate, here's the stats. There you go. So you're welcome. Stupid. What else you got?
Super Jake Hager.
Super chat.
Joe Jake. Sorry, but I switched sides again. #True.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
That was expected, Casey.
Yeah,
No
we
one
pretty
trusts
much
you.
expected that. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Casey. Pretty much expected it, though, Casey. Thanks
I
for
love
the
you,
$2, baby. Thanks for the $2, Casey.
You're not getting any cookies.
Technically, Casey just became the digital champ for the moment. Casey is raw.
Yeah, for the
going
night
up on
so
the board.
far.
Also,
Yeah, Jake Hager had his free fight today usually on pay-per-view Bellator is, but they had it on YouTube without having fans, so that was nice of him to do that. It was a hard fight for him to get through. I don't think he really won watching it back. I mean, I'm no MMA expert myself, but it was extremely close. He won by split decision. It was 29-28, 29-28, and 28-29. Brandon Colton, they pounded the hell out of each other. There was one point in time where Hager got an elbow to the mouth, and his mouthpiece actually went flying out of his mouth. But of course, they would want him to stay undefeated with everything going on with him being involved in AEW. So I don't know. It just didn't seem like he won the fight to me personally. It was close, but he got his ass kicked.
stop doing the fight. Stop playing MMA. Just collect your money, faking it.
Well, that's the thing. He hasn't had one decisive victory yet, and every time he seems to get frustrated, he hits them illegally in the balls. And you can't tell me this one in the third round was not intentional. I literally said it in the chat before, and I think it was Steven or somebody else was like, oh, he won a fight without hitting somebody in the balls. And then I posted the clip 3 seconds later of him punching the guy in the nuts. And he's like, oh, never mind. It was perfect timing. But he does that every freaking fight so far.
Yeah.
He gets himself, and he wasn't even like against the cage or anything. He's holding the guy. So it's a clear intentional shot. I don't care what you say. But.
It's me, Jake. It's the old dog.
Oh, shit. Old dog's back.
One of the things that I wanted to say to everybody out there is that one of the biggest things that I regret in my career is deleting my Twitter. I'm back from the future. It's the OLD to the DOGG. Old dog, brother. I got 2 words for you, Jake. Colostomy bag.
You got to change yours or what?
No, I don't know. No.
Not yet. Okay, just checking.
I just came back. I came back from the future. I'm back here. It's the old dog. I'm getting ready. The old dog, Jesse Dames, about to shake, rattle, and roll up on everybody up in here. Joe Cronin, I love you to death, brother. Let me tell you something. I'm so tired of Twitter. That's why I left Twitter. And I want to say it's one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I know how you feel. Road Dog, if you're watching, Road Dog of the present, if you're watching, it's okay. Road Dog, don't worry about it. Hey, I remember when me and you used to have to suck Vince McMahon's dick in order to get something done.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. That isn't as bad as what's going to happen if you don't undelete your Twitter. Road Dog, unblock Joe Cronin. Go back to Twitter. It's the old dog, Jesse James. Spend my day working hard on the go, hanging on the hourglass, spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. But my wife's dead, but I'm still here. But I still love the song. It's me, it's the old dog.
Well, old
I'm
dog.
95 years old, Jake. I'm 95 years old, still kicking it. And thank God X-Pac invented a time machine, or I would. Oh, shit, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, my goodness. Fuck. I mean, I don't swear anymore. Shit. Fuck. In the name of the Father, of the Holy Ghost, and holy hell, jumping jack off.
Your soul is cleansed. Why is it that you regret leaving Twitter so much, though? I thought you wanted this. I thought you wanted to get away from all the
women
trolls.
that I used to. Because of all the people that I interacted with, there were friends that would have saved my life. I would have met this guy called Alex Blackhole Sun 17, and I can't say too much, but the fact of the matter is, if we had remained friends, he was a big fan of Joe. He was a big fan of the Road Dog. He was a big fan of Joe. And in the future, what was going to happen is he has the same blood type as me, and he is an organ donor. And his wife was going to donate an organ to me. And I would live to be 100, and I would end up being, Jake, I swear to God to you, it's real as hell. I was going to live to be the oldest man in America.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to live to be 137 years old.
Well, then what happened?
I died because I couldn't get a liver transplant.
Well, can't you use your not invented time machine and solve this issue?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say, damn it, Road Dogg, get back on Twitter. You'll never meet this man on Twitter that has the...
Wow. So this is the ultimate Terminator timeline. So him leaving Twitter is basically what you're telling me is going to lead to the end of the world.
Exactly. That's what. Well, it's the end of my life is what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, and let me tell you something. Here's the thing. What's going to happen, Road Dogg, is if you don't do this, what happens is he's going to save your life. And then when you're 137 years old and you break the record, one of your family members is going to need a body part of yours, an organ of yours. One of your, I won't say which family member, and you're going to be able to give it to them, and you're going to die in surgery, but you have lived a long life. And they're going to be able to live another 20 years.
His organs your organs might be dust by then, but 137, I'm not sure what's left to transplant.
It's old dog. Just call me old dog, Jake. Just call me the old dog. Say, give me your best promo.
DOGG. I got
the OLD to the double OGG. No, it's the OLD to the DOGG. Old dog.
I'm telling you, old dog. Hopefully you can convince your younger self to go back on Twitter and reunite with their friends so this way they can be saved in the future. And save your life in the process.
Jake, you ever finger bang somebody who was willing to participate in a bunghole test?
Yeah, I've been to college.
Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. Jake, it's going to be great. I can't wait to watch you guys. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch Joe and you on Corrupted Saturday night. Before Corrupted, he's going to be playing video games. He said he invited me. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there.
That's a huge announcement.
That's right. We're playing.
DOWG is going to be there for video games Saturday night before Corrupted.
OLD, DOWG, HIV. I got HIV in 2028. I'm sorry to say, I got it.
That makes a lot of sense.
But in the future, it ain't like nothing. In the future, it's like having chicken pox when you're a kid. You're like, oh, I got HIV, whatever. I got herpes. Everybody's got herpes in the future. It doesn't even matter. It just right now, you probably have herpes right now. I've always had herpes. This guy has herpes. That guy has herpes. And the fact of the matter is, now that's what AIDS is like. In fact, people give so little fuck that everybody just ends up with AIDS. And you just take a pill one time a month, one pill, you pop it in there, you check, but most of the time everybody's just fine. There's even a book called Everybody Has AIDS. It's not that bad.
Wow. That's it's kind of surprising, but you figure with all the advancement in technology and medicine, you can live with it.
I even wrote a song in 2031. I wrote a song in 2031. Everyone's got AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. Everyone's got AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. Even the road dog's got AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. It's a hit on Lily Pad. It's a hit on the lily pad. You probably never heard of lily pad.
No, I've never heard of
it. It's an interactive it's an interactive graphic fungo.
Graphic fungo. Okay.
Yeah, or I guess you call it like an app program or something.
Gotcha. Yeah, we don't have
graphic fungo.
Yet.
Everybody got the new graphic fungo.
I can't let you leave without asking you one serious question, though, old dog. I mean, with you being from the future and you have just such an immense knowledge of what's going to happen, This election is probably the biggest thing going right now. Who's going to win next week? You got to give us a little heads up. You got to tell us. I don't think it'll break the timeline. Who's going to win the election next week?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If I tell you this, what election's coming up? What year is this again?
This is 2020. You came back to
the worst. Shit! That was fucking when they. I gotta go.
All right. Thanks,
old dog. Wait, old dog. Where are you going?
I guess he doesn't want to answer our questions. That's a little concerning.
I gave him a free T-shirt and a free puka shell necklace thing, and he takes off. Just like he's just here. I think he's here for shit. I think he's harvesting shit in our timeline and going into the future. Son of a bitch.
He's trying to collect children. It's really weird.
Oh, I don't think he's God. You think he's doing that? Good Lord. I'm kind of concerned with that last part of what he said, though. That's kind of scaring me.
That's frightening. That actually.
I don't know if I like what he said there.
Super chat.
Good God.
FAUM, the WWE rejects Cody, you stink, S and Tony.
FAEW and the WWE reject. Okay, everybody. Michael Sachs Jr., did you just hate on everybody?
Apparently. He's got them all down there.
By the way, earlier today, we did a 2-hour stream for Jake and Joe podcast. It's up on Patreon in audio, and we were live earlier on YouTube with it, too, on Patreon. And
it was great. We talked about a ton of stuff randomly, but we had some visitors drop by. Some people called in. It was action-packed, that's for sure. Yeah. Funny as hell.
We did our regular show, and we did a lot of regular stuff, and then I don't know. And like, it was weird. I brought in Bullfrog and Tony got in a fight like right away. It was like, what? I just wanted them to hang out, and they were like bitching at each other, and they were starting with each other, and then a bunch of other stuff happened. And
yeah, Yuri the Don stopped by, and
Yuri, thank you for being there, Yuri.
So it was a hell of a time.
I called him a black guy, even though he's Hispanic. So that was weird.
That was funny though.
It was a good time though on Patreon earlier. So thanks to everybody who jumped up on the Patreon and signed up on the Patreon, including, but not limited to, our brand new patron, NickY. Oh, NickY.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. It's not NickY. We have a DanH&Cora. This is NickY. Trey, thank you for becoming a $2 patron. Leapin' Lizard for coming back to the Patreon. Mike T going up to the $5 spot. and everybody that plans on going to the $25 producer category. Thank you for that. And I really appreciate all these $25 producers who are on your screen right now, because without them, we would be screwed. And speaking of screwed, the donations down below, Streamlabs, Twitch alerts, they're all on in the description box, and they're all listed at the very bottom of your screen of what they are, what they do, and whatever else. Plus, there's a new 2020 Dave Rose one. Tomorrow night is Monetize This, and I want to shout out the fact that Matt Rossmeyer, if he's in the chat, is a $50 Turkey Club member, and that Gary Metzler is also a $50 Turkey Club member. And the one and the only, Sith Neegan, is a Joe Cronin Army god and has been for a year and a half.
Yeah, a long time now.
$100 spot. So I want to shout out these three men because they're going above and beyond the $25 producer credit into the 50s and 100 spots. Thank you, guys. They don't care to be mentioned, I don't think, much, but they are getting the recognition now. And $25 producers on your screen.
I want to hear the Seth Rollins donation. I haven't heard that one in ages.
Really?
It's been a long time.
It's been a little while. Yeah, it's been a while. Wrestling's so dead, people forget all the wrestling ones. I got to start making new ones where like sheep explode. What was in
Speaking of wrestling dying, I mean, people are focused on when they can get back in the stands to see wrestling. Talking about the Super Bowl, capacity at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa is 65,618. Maybe more if they do temporary seating, but that's their permanent number. So attendance at the Super Bowl with social distancing set up can be anywhere between 13 and 15,000 people. And that's basically what they're expecting for WrestleMania this year, anywhere between 13 to 15,000 people. At this point in time, that's what they think they can feasibly do while social distancing people.
Wow. So wait a minute. What's the number?
That'd be a hell of
Did you say 20,000?
13 to 15,000.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 20 for a minute. I was like, holy shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, but they're apparently one of the things they're working on is having people arrive at certain times. I think that's a good idea. Like you'd have like a call time to enter rather than everybody just show up and enter at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good idea. Have people assigned to different entrances. You know, you'll use entrance one. So this way there's not everybody going through one door at once. They're coming up with some ideas that I think sound intelligent and feasible to make this work.
Right.
You figure they have anywhere from 800 to 1,000 people at AEW Dynamite each week. So they can certainly make this work.
I mean, that's crazy shit, man. I'll believe it when I see it at this point with the way things are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have to, see it to believe it, but I'm trying to be hopeful.
Stop picking on the Guardian of Chaos because he goes other places. Come on, man. Don't pick on the Guardian of Chaos. He's all right. Everybody's a fake. And no, I'm just kidding. No, he's all right.
What's going to happen first? Joe getting a house for his kids and his wife, or the fact that he's going to get 100,000 subscribers? Which is going to come first? Probably neither, because he is a failure.
That one in a while either.
He was kind of right, but he was majorly wrong about the house thing. But who says, maybe
he said one of the other. You got one. Bam.
Maybe he'll get the last laugh, though. Maybe he'll get the last laugh.
Tommy in the chat says those tickets will be expensive as hell, though. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will be pricey to make up the difference for those that aren't coming. So the cheap seats will be $3,000,
Right.
Feasibly, I could see them doing like packages where everything's expensive but not skyrocketed cost.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll see, though. Biggest news story, I think, from this week.
I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me.
All right, shut up. We're talking about you, white teeth.
Billy Corgan confirms from this week's top story, I say, Thunder Rosa and her contract status. She's not going anywhere for a little while at least. He answered today on his Instagram. He said, is Thunder Rosa leaving? No. You have to love press and media reports that don't contact the company she is under contract to, but instead listen to someone who has my email address but doesn't write and ask. She's under contract through 2021, and there's a reason for that. It's called excellence and faith. So her contract, we don't know when it ends. I mean, there's 2 months left of the rest of the year, actually. It's almost Halloween, so we've got 2 months left. So is it January? Is it the end of the year? We don't know when in 2021. But this kind of goes along with what I said the other night. People were really jumping on the bandwagon immediately. And I said, just because she dropped the title, that's not a huge inclination to me that she's immediately being signed.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that she's preparing for something, but it also seems like, what if this was just a storyline idea that she was going to drop the belt to Serena? And, that was just natural occurrence of events. There's no proof that says she dropped the title because she's leaving anywhere, especially if she's still under
seems
contract.
like she's going to MMA and she's going to work NWA still, but she's going to go work MMA. Like, that's what it looks like. She's going to do MMA a bunch and then come back to NWA and then see what happens later. That's, to me, what it sounds like. I mean, I could be wrong. By the way, there's the Jake and Joe podcast from earlier. You guys go download it on your desktops or your phones or whatever. Just download the Patreon app, patreon.com/JoeCorona. And Leah and Monica's Talk Spooky to Me, episode 4 is up. But guess what? I got another episode that I'm about to put up too. And another big announcement is that Saturday night, this Saturday, before Corrupted Podcast, you guys were super into last week. Me and Leah streamed Age of Mythology against each other. And I've been working all week on getting better at it. So chances are me and Leah are going to have a little rematch tomorrow night at some point. But starting around, I don't exactly know when, at some point later, 10, 11, we are going to be playing Among Us. And there's going to be a whole bunch of people playing, like a whole bunch of people.
Halloween night.
Not just you guys. It's Halloween night. Yeah, our kids are going to go trick-or-treating. We're all going to go trick-or-treating. Then the kids are going to pass out around 10 or 11. And whenever that is that they pass out, we're going to go live. And we're going to do what we did last week. But we're going to play Among Us. It's going to be all of us playing. And we have some big stuff. We have a lot of big names who are going to be playing with us. Other people are going to be streaming. We'll be streaming. They'll be cross-streaming. Leah apparently is going to be streaming on her Twitch account maybe for the first time. So, and I'll be streaming from where I am, and we'll be doing everything. And we're gonna have guys like potentially like Troy in the house. D Moon is gonna be in the house. JB is gonna be in the house. Leah, me, it's Jake. I mean, just the list is crazy of people that may be in and out and coming on and playing and stuff like that. So tomorrow night, Halloween night, it's gonna be a friggin' goddamn Halloween fucking hankering or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It's gonna be a Halloween hand job tomorrow. Saturday. Friday is monetized this, but Saturday is the Halloween
past midnight
special.
Now, so technically tomorrow. You're right.
I was right. Fuck it. I was right. Good. Fuck everybody. I was right. God damn it.
Yeah, as far as Thunder Rosa goes, I mean, I could see her going to WWE. People immediately crap on that idea. She'd be better serviced than NXT, but obviously, as you said before, WWE can pay her more. I'd like to see her go wherever she's happy. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Where she thinks she will do the best with. That's what I want for her personally. Really, I would like to see her in NXT just because the women's division is so much better than AEW's. But I wouldn't want to see her on the main roster. So there's an up and down to everything, positive and negatives. To go through everything here, though, I mean, I'm not convinced that she wouldn't sign with WWE either. She doesn't necessarily have to drop anything or lose her school. That's a possibility too.
Tommy just broke something.
Tommy's always breaking shit. But I mean, all in all, it works. She could still keep her school. I'm sure she can go ahead and make a contractual decision with Vince or whoever sets that up. I mean, she can leave it in writing. Doesn't mean that she has to drop everything just because she has a new contract.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not.
Speaking of contracts, AJ Styles and Mia Yim are both done with Twitch because of everything that's going on with WWE taking over their Twitch accounts. So AJ Styles left a long message. The gist of it is him thanking the fans for all the memories. He said, once we figure out the future, I'll let you know. This isn't the end, but it's the end for now. It's, just a pause. Thank you again for your support. And then the head bitch in charge, Mia Yim, said, "Sorry guys, no more streams for the time being. Thank you for making these past few difficult months manageable. It's not goodbye, it's see you later." So both of them were doing quite well on Twitch, and this is extremely infuriating that WWE had to step in and do this. I just don't understand why they felt this was needed. If they were so worried about them utilizing...
I think we got the clip. Is this the clip?
Maybe.
Hold on, this is the clip, I think. I think Aaron posted this. My dorky friend, Aaron.
Fucking isn't just about fucking subs, dude. It isn't about that. We built such a wonderful community,
Yeah, it is. Come on.
a wonderful fucking family where this is an escape for a lot of people, including myself.
I get that. Absolutely.
I get that
can't
part,
wrestle
yeah.
anymore. I always worked so hard in WWE that I can't wrestle
She's like wearing nothing.
anymore. My neck is fucked. My whole fucking dreams got taken away from me, dude, and I had to have something that fulfilled even that huge fucking void.
I feel really bad for her though. This is bullshit. I mean, but I
Yeah,
also
she's still streaming as of right now.
Yeah.
She's going under her name, her real name. But
wait. I thought she had to leave.
no, she went under her real name. But she apparently signed over her Twitch account to WWE. Anybody that's staying had to sign over. So,
Oh my god.
and they're getting their money back doled out slowly as part of their downside guarantee. It's just so wrong, and that's part of the reason that I would like to see Biden win. Just because Andrew Yang has threatened Vince so many times, saying that if Biden wins, you're done. Basically, he wants to push to them, making a lot of changes within WWE. You never know if it would actually happen, but it would be interesting. That's for sure. I mean, Jake Hager said, as we talked about last week, Stephanie McMahon is tweeting out how, we're the 2020 Corporation of the Year. And Jake Hager says, I guess lying about over 37 million in quarterly profits, you can fire over 300 people during a worldwide pandemic is a category for an award. And it's true. I mean, here they are boasting about everything while they're firing people. So
Right.
it's not a good look.
Yeah. What a garbage fucking group.
And speaking of Mia Yim, Vince actually wanted her, Reckoning, I hate calling her that, to have a friggin' seizure on Raw. She argued against him, saying that it wouldn't be a good idea and it wouldn't be of good taste. So that's why she went with the possession angle, saying that she was possessed, not having a seizure.
What's the point in the seizure, though?
It was supposed to be a distraction during the match to help MVP get eliminated. It was during the Retribution versus Hurt Business match on Raw.
Oh, so she's faking having a seizure so they can distract.
Well, she said she was possessed because she didn't want to fake a medical condition. So she started scratching at her arms and flailing around the ring and acting psychotic.
Possessed by what?
But Vince, God knows, but Vince originally wanted her to go and have an actual seizure.
Well, that makes more sense than possessed. Was she possessed by it?
I know, but you don't want people faking a medical issue, and so.
Oh my God!
Either way, it's stupid. It's a stupid thing for them to do, regardless. But she already had to defend herself because people were giving her shit on Twitter about faking a medical condition.
So they gave her shit anyway.
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter what you call it; it's what it looks like.
Exactly. So
no one's gonna think, oh, they're possessed. Like oh wow, they're.
It looked more like a seizure, but she was scratching at her arms and kind of flailing. So she tried to play it off, but it just didn't look right, no matter what.
Wow. I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't care what they do. People are pussies. Fucking. No wonder your company sucks.
Because I've had seizures doesn't offend me.
I just fire her. Just fire her.
Send him packing.
I'm serious. Just fucking goodbye. See you later. We'll
Also
get somebody else.
WWE,
I'll get somebody in here that will fake a seizure while pretending to suck cock. How about that?
I thought that was Old Dog's job.
Man, I'll tell you, man. If I was Vince McMahon, she'd be gone. I'd be like, you know what? Go back to NXT. Go suck Triple H's nose. Stupid.
I do get that too. Awandi says it's acting, for Christ's sakes, and it is. That's the thing. People go ahead and they get bent out of shape, and it is. They're portraying characters. This is not real. But then again, they get upset when people are in movies that aren't cast that are, of the right ethnicity or gender. So you can't win anymore with acting. That's out the window.
Good God.
Tucker is still going to be on Raw because everyone was kind of in an uproar about this because what's the point of the draft? They moved him back to SmackDown. At least the roster had said that after this weekend's pay-per-view. And then from there, we saw after.
Hey, dumb fuck Jason. We are talking about wrestling, you stupid fucking retard faggot. Go fuck your mother. Here, look at a black screen.
Jake Don DeMarco. What's good? Just put up some great content. Show my latest post, the RKO cat out of nowhere. Cheers, send IT. I pay and support these guys and you should too. If not, you're a fart mark. Show.
Check out Botch Club, where you can watch a cat tackle a kid in the head and Randy Orton come out of his mouth, which is weird combination of things, but check it out, Botch Club. That's the only place you're going to see shit like that. A cat tackling a kid and Randy Orton splooging out of his mouth. Right now on Botch Club, top comment is Trey Love, our friend from the Joe Cronin Show. Trey Love is also... I'm not saying it matters. You could vote Biden, Trump, whoever you want. I'm not even voting. But Trey Love always says the N-words for Trump. So I don't know. That's Trey Love, man. He wanted me to tell you that. Appreciate that, I guess. There's Botch Club, baby. Go follow Botch Club. Give Botch Club raw. Wow. All right, show's about to be over, so let's see what else we got here.
Eat our own shitty in Philly, we're pretty, yo, this whole city, we're gritty, yo, we might eat our own shitty, yeah, eat our own shitty, in the city of Philly, we eat shitty, we're gritty as can be, we can survive off our motherfucking own feces, in Philly, we're gritty, in Philly, we're gritty, this whole city, we'll eat our own shitty in Philly. That's why our mascot looks like a...
WWE is so fake with their SJW bullshit. We don't need to get into the Susan G shit either. What WWE is doing to their employees is fucking wrong. Fuck VKM, I hope the dude dies a miserable death soon. Maybe the...
Yeah, you know, at this point, Fade to Black, I do gotta agree with you. It seems like WWE are just really a bunch of fucking cuntbag fuckheads. I mean, but at the same time, you know, I think maybe the wrestlers need to get off the video games. You know what I mean? It's really kind of sad. Like, let's not... Do we really have to take the one thing the employees are doing? But then again, the employees suck, so maybe they're mad. Like, are they grumpy that the employees suck? Is that what it is? Are they grumpy that the employees suck? So they're like, we're just, you know, we need to, why are they not putting any time into what we're doing? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're like, okay, they're not putting time into what we're doing. So we're going to like take away their money or something. Like, you know, maybe that's what it is, but they're writing dog shit. So if they're writing dog shit, you know, if they're writing dog shit, what are the wrestlers they want to go somewhere else and do something because you won't let them do anything, and what you let them do sucks. So, you know, that's what you do. You know, I don't get it.
Pretty much.
WWE is a piece of shit, and this proves it. Like more than anything, this is some crazy next level shit. We're gonna take your fucking portion of your Twitch earnings. Are you serious? We're going to take your fucking YouTube and Twitch earnings?
It's not even a portion. They're taking their earnings. It's just a matter of they're giving you back it slowly. It's being drip fed, just a part of your downside guarantee.
Right.
So it's not even WWE paying you. You're getting paid from fans donating and advertisements, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And you're not even getting that money. So it goes into WWE's pocket, and then they give you a portion of it.
This is the gamer streamer era. Yeah, that's like, everybody's when you're a WWE wrestler, but you wish you were streaming games on Twitch. You know why? Do you know why they wish they were streaming games on Twitch? Because fucking Paige, how many subs does she have now? Let's go look. Let's go look and see. I mean, I've been saying this for months, dope dubs, but where is it? Paige. Where's her Twitch? What's her fucking Twitch? It's like, it's like a real name. Saraya. Oh, it's her name.
Yeah,
Saraya.
Saraya official.
Oh shit, she's on right now.
She's got 692 watching. And let's see here.
Wait, she's on right now.
Yep.
Where is she though?
She just walked away. She'll be back.
Oh, there she is.
She was watching Thursday Night Football before. So.
Oh, really? Well, let's say hi to her. Let's donate something and say hi to her. Should she respond to donations? Everybody say Joe Cronin says you're wet. No, I'm just kidding. Crazy. She got her dog on stream. I should go get my dog. Okay, so she's got wow, we used to actually have more people watching this show than she has. She has 730 people watching her. Out of nowhere,
she has 148,000 followers.
Oh! Dude, so we used to have 800 to 900 people watching out of nowhere. We used to have more people than Paige. That blows my mind. Now she's got 730 watching. So if you add up the numbers, 150 you said?
Yeah, 148,000.
Oh my God.
She had more watching her before. It's late now, and the Thursday Night Football ended, but she had a lot more before.
So she is going to make $5 million on Twitch. $5 million in a year on Twitch. Now, granted, I bet over time that's going to dwindle down a little bit, like a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more. But still,
that's followers,
million.
not subscribers. We don't know subscribers.
Oh, God, I thought you said subscribers.
No, that's followers.
No, we know how many subscribers she has, though. We had the numbers last time.
They're not publicly listed at this point.
Wait,
so.
They were, though. They were listed, like, it said how many she had. We did the numbers, because it said, like, she had a goal up or something, and it was, like,
yeah,
5.
She had that goal at that point, but I don't see one listed at this point in time, so.
I believe she had, I know by the amount times.
At the bottom, I think it says goal 902 out of 500. So she has 902 subs, I believe.
No, she has more. That's just temporary goal. She has like I figured out that she was making 60,000 a month.
Yeah, I remember you calculating that out.
She was making 60,000 a month because at the time it told me total subs. So the reason why we're sitting here doing all this math and calculating these things is because the bottom line is she has a shitload of subs. I mean, like, a shitload. Thousands. Like, fucking crazy. So, it's like a fucking nutty amount of subs. So, Paige she's making about, it looks like she's making, just on subs alone, she'd be making $700,000 a year. So, $700,000 a year. Not $5 million, $700,000. $60K a month, says the villain. Yeah, it's $60K a month. She's making $60K a month. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So why?
Yeah, that would mean she has upwards of like 12,000 subs. If it's 60K.
It is. I think it was. Oh, that's what it was. It was 15,000. Last time I checked, she had 15,000 subs, I believe. It's just like, dude, I was looking up some old bands that I liked, and one of the bands that I came across was somebody because I was kind of like acquaintances with her for a few minutes, and I did stuff for them, and I liked them and whatever, and it was Amanda Palmer from the Dresden Dolls in Boston. And Amanda Palmer, I went to her fucking website. She's a very independent, very, SJW type, artist, musician lady. And I went to go look at her Patreon. And I was like, she was acting, she was kind of saying stuff like, we really need your support, guys. And your support, is what helps us, create and do all the creative things. And by the way, she does do a shitload of creative things and stuff. But I went to her Patreon and I was like, holy fuck.
Okay, here's the full breakdown. She had, in August, 15,000 subscribers. September, she had 17,000. Now she's down to 7,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of it in September was the subscribe September month, whatever, on Twitch.
Right.
And then she also has that program still going where if you gift 5 subs, you get a T-shirt and things like that. So a lot of these were gifted subs, and they don't cycle over. That's just a one time. So that's why she lost 10,500 whatever.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway,
So right now she has active subs 9,302. It's a loss of 10,554. She's ranked number 52 on Twitch.
Wow.
And that's combined paid subs. She has 9,302. Out of that, 7,886 are gifted.
Well, gifted counts though. She gets paid, right?
Yes. But they don't resubscribe the next month.
Okay. Yeah, but as long as
only 1,600 subscribers are paid subscribers. The rest are just gifted subs.
Okay,
so those people don't resubscribe next month. So really, she only has about 2,000 subscribers that will resubscribe next month.
So instead of making 700,000, she'll probably make in subs. She'll probably make about 350,000 in subs for the year, but that doesn't count donations. So she'll probably get a lot of donations and make $500,000. That's my guess. Dresden Dolls have 15,000 patrons, or whatever. Amanda Palmer has 15,000 patrons. If you assume that most patrons are $2, there's a lot of $5 and $10, but $2, she's making about $30,000 a month on Patreon. That's like $400,000 a year. That's pretty badass. So I thought she was like starving as a musician, and I'm like, well, she's actually kicking ass. So same thing with Paige. I thought Paige was like, what is she doing that for? But she's doing it because she's making a ton of money. What is her salary in WWE? What do you remember what that was? Was it what, $300,000?
I'm gonna check.
There was like $300,000 or something like that.
I thought it was more than that, but I guess no. This one's $350. Okay, so
right.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit more than that. So $350. It says annual salary contract. Yeah, she's getting $350 here. It says for 2020 unsigned limited appearances, either Raw or SmackDown, $350.
Okay.
The one getting the highest right now is Becky at $3.1 million.
I'm looking at all these people. She's really fucking killing it though. But so how much?
Yeah, TSS says I'm right because he went to Paige's stream once, got a gifted sub, and never subscribed again. Yeah, that's usually what happens. So,
but either way, it's a fucking sub though. Every month that there's
no. I was just explaining the difference.
Yeah, all that matters is the total numbers of subs every month. That's what matters. Give me that. You know, it's like it's crazy.
9,300, whatever I said.
Oh yeah, baby. So how much is WWE taking from her?
All of it. And they just drizzle it back to her downside guarantee. So really, she's not getting paid. It's just coming out of what she was promised to be paid anyways for her contract.
How did they not sue the WWE for this somehow?
That's what I don't understand, how they're getting away with it.
That's
why there's so many people arguing against this, saying that Andrew Yang has made such a stink about it because it's basically it's not illegal, but it should be.
Right.
You're taking their money. That's what it comes down.
I mean, why not just be like, give us 5% and we won't care? They're like the mafia. That's like the mafia. Give us
because they're not making money on WWE's dime. You're
right.
Not taking time away from WWE. It's not like she's supposed to be wrestling Monday and any of them. I could understand if it was taking away from their obligations, but that's not what's happening here.
Wow.
And people like Mia Yim, who already has a trademark on her name, and AJ Styles that's his name, so they can't change their names on it. It's just there's so much to it. The whole thing is just ridiculous. They shouldn't have been put in this position for any reason. If they wanted them off Cameo, that I understand because WWE has their own digital meet and greet. They do it with Cricket and all these type of things, Cricket Wireless. Fine. They don't have their own video game streaming service. If they want to put that on the network and let people subscribe and make money to this stuff, fine. If that's their plan to have their own gaming network on the WWE network and they want to do something, fine. But that's not the case here. You're just taking away from your creators and making them want to go elsewhere. And any goodwill you had with the fans, whatever little bit is left, is going out the fucking window.
Holy shit. That's crazy. I just can't believe they're like the fucking mafia, dude. Give us 20% or you're fucking dead. Give us 50%. Give us the whole... But no, really, how much is WWE taking from Paige?
That's literally everything that I just read to you. They're going ahead, they take their money, and they get it back in their downside guarantee.
They take all the money.
They take every donations and the revenue earned from Twitch, and then they just pay you back into your what you're owed for your downside. So the minimum you were going to get from your contract is what they put it into.
What the
So they can
fuck
pay you out
does-
of that rather than having to pay you themselves for other services. Basically. Because that's the minimum you'll earn.
Dude, somebody needs to fucking just... No, this is fucked. If that's real, like, who the fuck says that? Is that a website?
That's been everything we've been going out for a while now.
Fuck that, dude. That sounds fucking crazy. That's the biggest bully bullshit that I've ever heard. But yet they're independent contractors.
The promotion will own the accounts with talent, receiving a percentage of the revenue, but that amount will count against their downside guarantee, a wrestler's base income. So they're losing out no matter what. It's either coming out of their downside or they're not getting the money from Twitch. So basically, WWE is saying the money that we promised we'd pay you the minimum of, that you're just going to get a percentage of your Twitch money, and that's going to count as your downside guarantee.
I'm so confused by that. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I'm retarded, so like what you're saying,
So
I just feel like they're getting robbed.
Everybody's contract, they have a minimum amount that they promise you, no matter what. If you don't fill out your contract in full, there's always a minimum that you'll get paid.
Uh-huh.
There's a set amount in everybody's negotiated contract that you'll get no matter what. If no matter what happens, you'll make this much money guaranteed.
So if you
could make more, but that doesn't constitute merchandise, other revenues, pay-per-view streams, whatever it may be. So that minimum amount you're going to get is your downside guarantee, and they pay that to you over time, little by little by little. So now instead of paying you from the company, they're going to count your Twitch money as your downside guarantee.
But so then you're just fucking doing extra work for no reason.
Basically, that's why AJ stopped and Mia Yim gave up on it for now. Until they figure out another way to get around this bullshit, that's why they quit streaming altogether.
Yeah, because if you make $20,000 streaming, then now you're still doing all those other things for the WWE. So maybe you'll get to that low amount faster, but like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's it. So,
I mean,
but you're not making money. You're losing out.
I just quit.
WWE's getting it.
I just quit out of spite for like, I'm not going to give you the money that I'm making.
Yeah, WWE's main statement on it was like, much like Disney and Warner Brothers, we promote, invest in all of our intellectual properties. And that's the stage names of performers like Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Big E, Braun Strowman. So then the stars thought they could go under their own name, and most of them switched. That's why, Paige went under her name. And but WWE still put the hammer down and said,
How can they say that then? What would they own their likeness?
I wish I knew all the details, or if I was a lawyer to break it down more. It doesn't seem just at all, but
that is enragingly stupid. I can't even believe that. I mean, first of all,
they said you can still engage with YouTube and Twitch, but using their real names and reporting their usage to WWE is required.
Reporting it. Ugh. I hope somebody snaps on their stream. Just snaps.
Yeah, that's why Andrew Yang said this would be infuriating to me if I had spent time building up my social media channels only to have WWE take them from me from their independent contractors. People are angry, and rightfully so, Yang wrote. Wow. And yeah, everybody's mad because he's threatening to punish talent that doesn't send over their Twitch account, and God knows what that entails. And the whole thing is just ridiculously asinine. It's such a bad view for WWE, and I don't see what they get out of it besides a bad rapport with fans. It's a bad spotlight for them. I don't know. It's not like they're not generating enough money from all these other sources. You really think they're gonna see some type of great profits change by taking their wrestlers' Twitch payments? Come on, get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
Especially when they're reporting,
crazy.
Quarter after quarter, the best reports ever. So,
Jesus. All right, what else? What else you got?
I said before, Tucker's staying on Raw, so there's that. He was announced to be on SmackDown, but that apparently wasn't an intentional plan.
So now everybody's on Raw anyway.
So he'll still be on Raw, but they are going to finish the feud with Otis. So he'll be going over to SmackDown or vice versa.
Jesus.
So still, there's no point in the draft.
Hey, bro, what's up, bro? My name's Riddle now. Oh, riddle me this. I'm high as fuck.
Give me a hell yeah! Damn it, someone turn the lights back on. No one call the cops, they might beat up the whole room or shoot someone for the screen being black.
Oh my God. And then we'll have a riot, and then people will steal a bunch of sneakers and shit. Fade to Black, thanks for the 316, and Fade to Black, thanks for the $8 before that. Fade to Black. By the way, speaking of Fade to Black, I think he's the top dono now. Fade to Black. Fade to Black. Thank you, man, for that. Gritty and Philly. I mean, there's nothing better than an $8 Gritty Philly donation right now. So nothing beats Philly right now. It's a lot of fun if you're in Philly. If you're in Philly, man, I say go out and have a good time. Meet some interesting people in the streets. You know what I mean? Maybe dress up as a cop. Like it's Halloween. Dress up as a cop and go out in Philly and see what happens.
See how that works for you.
Yeah, especially if you're a white guy. Dress up like a cop and go out into Philly and just walk around and be like, yo, fuck yeah. And then just see if your head is bashed in.
Wouldn't take long.
Dude, how messed up is it that the neighbor's kid is black, right? My neighbors are black. Brenna and Finn put their Halloween costumes on. And I was like, yeah, you guys, everybody put their costumes on. Cool, go have a pre-Halloween costume party or whatever. The neighbor's kid walks over here to the porch. And I hear his voice before I see him, and he goes, I put my costume on too. And I'm like, great. And I look up, he's a cop. And I began, with everything going on, right?
Yeah.
With everything going
couldn't help
on.
but just laugh.
I began cackling. Like cackling. And I had to, and I don't know why. And I had to leave. I had to walk away. And then I came back because, like, I didn't want him to see me.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't want to, I would go, hey, buddy, let's, awesome costumes. Like, and then I turned and I walked away. Like, I went, awesome costumes. You guys are looking good. And then I turned around and I went, oh my God, what the fuck? Because it was I was just watching the TV for 2 hours. And they were like, fuck the cops, fuck you, motherfuckers, we'll kill all of you. And it was just on the thing, and like then it was just timing, like it was really funny. You know, I don't know. It was really hilarious. I don't know why to me, because I was watching the news for like 2 hours, like sitting there, like just watching people be like, we'll kill the fucking police. And then there it was. Yeah, what is it was so weird. I don't know, man. Halloween's gonna be weird. I bought a piñata.
Interesting.
I bought a piñata for $8 on Amazon, in case there was, if they canceled Halloween out of nowhere at the last minute, you know,
you could just still do something.
Yeah,
for the kids.
And I'm telling you guys out there, if you can get a piñata somewhere and you don't have Halloween, go get a piñata. Go call the Halloween store, whatever you got to do. Get a fucking piñata. Fill it up with candy. The kids will love it. Get a really good one, though. Like, they ain't going to fucking break in a second. Or if you want to fucking make it difficult, duct tape the shit out of it, right? And
yeah, there you go.
And then what you do is let them try to beat it up with that shitty stick they give you. And it never breaks, whatever. Then give them a wiffle ball bat, right? And then if the wiffle ball bat doesn't work, then upgrade to something else. That way it lasts longer.
Then you whip out the chainsaw.
Yeah, and then whip out a chainsaw if you have to. They'll like it was the greatest Halloween ever. There was this virus, and Dad was like, "You can use a chainsaw." Everyone's fighting over who gets to cut it first. What a fucking Halloween! You'll never forget it. I'll never remember COVID Halloween. We couldn't go anywhere.
Never forget.
We sawed a fucking piñata in half,
and the room is not covered in fake blood.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And there's another idea. Put blood packets inside of it, like taped to the walls. So enough smashing, and it smashes the blood packet, and blood starts coming out of it. And kids go, "Oh my God, what is that?" And then and then one of the kids goes, "Is it bleeding?" And then one of the adults goes, "Hey, it has its period." And it's just fucking, it's a great time. Anyway, I got great ideas. Hit me up on Twitter.
There we go. That's a Halloween party to die for.
It is. Tomorrow night is Monetize This. Drew says he has the belt and he's going to take it and do something with it. We're going to find out.
Cocksucker said that he's got some plans, and
yeah,
I don't know what's up.
I got some plans too. I'm gonna.
You're not the only one.
I'm gonna show up at his house and beat him to death with the Monetize This belt. Tomorrow night I'll Monetize This.
There you go. You steal it from his hands, his cold, dead hands.
Take it from his cold, fat, just cone head, lumpy hands. And Saturday night, obviously the big gaming stream, Among Us, Leah, me, so many other people, maybe even Troy. I guess D Moon's going to be in the house. JB's even stopping by, and he's going to be doing his own thing, and Leah will be doing streaming for the first time on her Twitch channel, I think, and it's going to be a lot of shit going on. It's going to be a lot of shit going on tomorrow night. I'll monetize this Friday night. Some big announcements Friday night, and some big implications Friday night. And I'm going to be on crack, too. So
there
just,
you go.
I'm going to be on crack cocaine. So
It's about as good time as any to get a drug problem, right?
Yeah, we'll do gaming on Saturdays, see how the Saturday night game happens, see how JB does. I think JB's probably going to name his character Cheese Dick on Among Us, if we play Among Us.
That's a likely, chance.
I think it's a likely idea, yeah. And D Moon is going to be like Pookie. D Moon's name will be Pookie. My name will be Sausage Taker. And Leah's name will be...
She should be the sausage maker then.
That's a good idea, yeah. Or like the Big Hole. Saturday night. I mean, because Sunday night gaming has just been so bad recently. We'll try Saturday night gaming instead. Saturday night. And Sunday, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe Sunday night gaming? I don't know. I don't know. Sundays have just died. What do you think about, is there anything else? Any other wrestling news from you, or should I play these donations?
I got a few things left. I mean, Brody Lee is basically gone on in the AEW Unrestricted podcast and opened up saying that he kind of regretted.
Hey, not to interrupt you, when did that come out?
This week.
What day did that come out? Do you know when that podcast came out?
Monday or Tuesday.
The reason why I'm asking you that is because for the first time ever, despite talking with Cody and AEW a year ago, I believe, unless it went into my junk mail, I got a press release on that. Like, I got an early press release that, hey...
Yeah, it was Monday at 2:44 p.m. It came out on
all right,
their sharing site. So
they put it out on their sharing site Monday in the morning.
Okay. So, yeah, I have
no,
it
I mean, like,
here
so...
at 2:44.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
so this is October 28th at 10 a.m. So why did they give me a press release?
Maybe they just wanted you to check it out in case you missed it.
It says, we're happy to share the advanced preview. And that was by...
Maybe it's for someone else on the podcast? Is it with Brody Lee? Or
Brody Lee. Brody Lee shares his journey to AEW. Joe Cronin show. We're happy to share this advanced preview. But you're telling me that came out on Monday, so how is it an advanced preview? If
I don't know.
2 days after.
Maybe it's a part 2 or something? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. It says, we're happy to share this advanced preview with you. Please check it out, Joe. Blah, 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 blah. Tony Schiavone, Aubrey Edwards, Brody Lee. This is October 28th at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, so it was already out. So, I don't know. They messed up then. They forgot about you.
Come on, man.
But Brody went ahead and basically said that, the first 3 to 4 weeks of his AEW career, it was just Vince McMahon comparisons. And he thinks it was a huge detriment to me. And he didn't like it, obviously. So he went ahead and really went above and beyond to get a full tailored suit. It's his bi-monthly routine now to go and get a suit made, and that's something he really loves because it's custom to him, so no one else can say, oh, you look like this one or that one. No symbolism at all. It's just this way he's his own person. So I appreciate what he's doing there. And yeah, that was one of the things I wasn't really about was the Vince McMahon comparisons when he first got there. Because they had set up the Dark Order and him being the exalted one, it made no sense for him to be like this Mr. McMahon character when he was the leader of this cult. So it just didn't fit. But
yeah,
I am happy with what they've done and how they've turned things around since then, and he's been much better, so that's more enjoyable.
I mean, I don't know what to say. We've sort of like he's sort of bounced around here, Brody Lee, with he came in great, and then it sort of seemed like funny for a second, then it kind of went like, what are they doing? And then it went, okay, he's awesome. And now
it got
it's-
better when they got away from the Vince stuff for me. It just felt petty, really, at first. I mean, the first one was comical, but after that, it just got.
It felt like two different things. It
wasted.
felt like if he came in and he wasn't with the Dark Order, and he was doing his own thing, and one of the things he was doing was this Vince thing,
that might have worked.
then
yes.
fine, I guess, like whatever. But yeah, coming in as this leader of the Exalted One and the Brody Lee stuff, like, yeah, it was like a second. It was like distracting from I'm Brody Lee, the leader of this thing. Oh, but I also make fun of Vince McMahon. Like, it was just weird. It was like, what?
Yeah,
it was
sneezing.
creative,
No
and
one
it,
eats before me. I get what they were going for. Just,
Yeah.
he even said himself it was a big detriment to his introduction.
he said that. I really should have listened to the podcast when they sent it to me Tuesday.
Yeah, I have it about halfway finished, and it's been a good listen so far.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
AEW also has big plans for Wardlow, which we knew. You know, they want to make him a really big babyface eventually. I think that's a great decision because Dave Meltzer's talking here. He says he's really got something. I think everyone in AEW already knows this. They got some guys that they do need to, start pulling some triggers, and basically saying that he's one of them. I agree. When the split happens from MJF, I guarantee that'll be the time where he gets, propelled to a pretty high spot. He's good in the ring. He's got a pretty interesting character, and I think they could do more with him. He's got a good look. So I'm all about it. Make him a face and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. Make him a face. Let's go.
And then last but AEW news here, they added Orange Cassidy versus John Silver to the kickoff show for Full Gear. So that's going to be a pretty cool match to see. And then we also have the Elation Deletion match between Guevara and Hardy. We have the number one contenders match between Omega and Hangman Adam Page. Jericho and MJF for MJF's chance into the Inner Circle. Cody's taking on Darby Allin for the TNT title. FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag titles. And if the Young Bucks don't win, then they will never challenge for the tag titles again. And then Jon Moxley is defending the AEW World title against Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match. So it really did stack up to be one hell of a card, and I'm looking forward to it greatly.
Yeah, I can't wait. I hope it will be better than this week probably because it won't be taped and like we'll be watching it AEW review again and we'll have a good time.
Absolutely. We got no other updates on Kylie Ray yet. That was one of the things I was wondering about myself because we were trying to see, why she didn't show up and no-showed Bound for Glory. According to Fightful Select, there's no bad blood between Impact Wrestling and Kylie.
No.
It said that the company remains hopeful that she will be able to return. That's the little release they gave.
Kind of reminds me of AEW when it was like, we don't know. Yeah, she's great, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like a regular PR speak, and then eventually they'll get rid of her. But I mean, the plan originally it was thought that Kylie Ray was going to take the knockout title from Deonna Purrazzo because Su Yung did that night anyways, and she was the replacement for Kylie. So the exact reason why she no-showed is still unknown, but. If she is going to come back, then the tapings are the 17th through the 20th of November, so we'll find out then.
Stephanie McMahon said there are no plans to add advertising to the WWE Network free version, but this could change. Stephanie noted they're testing different technologies. The Q3 call was today.
Yeah, that's what I was first talking about.
So I don't think we hit on that part, but I think we hit on just about everything else. There really wasn't a lot.
Yeah, that's what I opened with. I talked about the Q3 call.
Yeah, but I mean, did we talk about that part?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, the all the earnings call.
No, I know, but I mean, did we talk about the WWE Network and all the tiers?
Oh, them not including ads? No. They already have their free tier. That's been out for a while now.
Well, I know. Well, she's saying there's going to be no ads on it, but my thing was
she was asked if there's going to be anytime soon being ads, and she said no, not in the foreseeable
future. My
future.
reason for bringing that up is, like, what happened to the whole thing? Like, this was like fucking 4 earnings calls ago, where we heard that there may be like all these different layers and like $5 or $3 higher, where you can eliminate ads and.
That's one of the things that they're still working on behind the scenes. They're testing different technologies, they keep saying. And they did introduce the free version, and there's a lot of content out there for free already.
Right.
So, and apparently they're thinking about adding a possibility where you can watch things live, right after it happens. So it wouldn't be directly live, but so once the West Coast airing of it ends, then you'll be able to watch it right away. but they have to work with contracts for Hulu and things like that. So there's a lot to it. But they want to be able to replay Raw and SmackDown and NXT as close to when it happens as possible on the network.
Jesus. Let's go to the donos.
That'd be a good reason to up your pledge if you don't want to have cable and you could see it a few hours after. That's not a bad deal for $2-3 extra a month.
Yeah, I would do it because I can't stand the ads I get. I get fucking ads all over the place. It's like, dude, every time I get ads, I think of how I pay for this already. It was like if you put up a YouTube video on Patreon, if I put up a YouTube video of us on Patreon, then put ads all over it, and like 130 patrons might listen to it, and they're all getting ads. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I pay for Patreon. Why the fuck am I getting ads on your YouTube videos? Like, for just Patreon. That's fucking retarded. You know what I mean? Like, that's the same thing. It's like enraging.
Yeah, it's double dipping. You're being charged twice, it feels like.
Every time I see an ad, I think about, I'm paying for this network. Why am I seeing an ad? I'd rather pay $1 or $2 or $3 more to get rid of the ads, because at least then I'd be like, oh, you need more money? That's why you're running ads? I'll give you a couple more dollars, but just don't fucking make me watch ads when I'm paying for shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sit here and be inundated with advertisements constantly.
It's like, you can make the money, but it's like, just come on, bro.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
This world must be fucked. Out of nowhere, Joe and Slim Jake at least told us we survived COVID and the election. Wrestling, I will love you even though these mark boys swallow you. Happy Halloween, Jack-o'-lantern, full, crescent moon, this year 2020.
2020 effect, he says. Moss Blaze, thank you. You are the top donator tonight, Moss Blaze. $11.50 coming in from Moss Blaze. And that's going to put him above Fade to Black's $8. Moss Blaze waking me up and scaring the shit out of me with that fucking donation. Thank you, man, for the Kenny Omega $11. Jake says he's got a rubber ducky in his pants.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack in his pants. Give it a hell yeah! Watch Club.
I just ate a edible and bought a 6-pack of Corona and looking forward to this.
Fuck yeah.
Keep it going. Donate to these two best wrestling duo on YouTube, hands down. The Wrestle Daily Botch Club. Like art, follow my brother on Instagram at Rich Pellegrino Art. Show it.
First of all, Rich Pellegrino Art. This guy, first of all, he became a patron. Botch Club, thank you, man. Follow Botch Club and Wrestle Daily on Instagram. Rich Pellegrino Art. Go look it up. It's easy. It's richpellegrino.com. RichPellegrino.com. RichPellegrino.com.
Yeah, he's incredibly talented.
Dude, this guy's fucking portfolio of shit is goddamn crazy good. Go to his website. You can buy all these things and his crazy shit. You can hire him to do all kinds of work. So good. He's been in a million things. He's professional, and he's got a big dick, is what I heard. Now, we're not quite at the goal we hit for tonight, which was the $100 spot. But I have heard that there is word that the Ultimate Warrior is on his way to the ring. 38.98, 38% filled to the 100. We named the donation goal tonight Big Ones, and we named it after Rich Pellegrino's penis. So everybody, give him a round of applause in the chat if you can virtually for Rich Pellegrino's penis. Thank you. Anything else news-wise, Jake?
The last thing I'll bring up is that Vince is going to have a Netflix documentary series. So it's going to be directed by, who did they say here?
What?
Nick Khan revealed during the investors call today.
What did you say?
On the way. And Bill Simmons, creator of ESPN's 30 for 30 docuseries, he's attached as an executive producer. He's the one that did the Andre the Giant documentary.
Well, he's friends with fucking Vince, so that makes sense.
It'll be a bunch of bullshit, I guarantee. But Chris Smith will also produce the film. He's one of the ones that brought the Firefest documentary to Netflix. So people are excited for this. I'm apprehensive because it seems like, like you said, friends of Vince and what truth will get through. I'll be as optimistic as possible, but I'm still going to be apprehensive as well.
Yeah. I hope it's... I don't know, man. You would think it'd be good. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when I was looking at the roster for the WWE wrestlers, and you know Vince is on the roster, obviously. Like, he's put as a superstar or whatever. And when I'm scrolling down, I'm like, nah, whatever. Fuck these. You know, none of this is good. Whatever. I'm scrolling through. And when I get to Vince, I get wicked excited. I go, Vince, yeah. Like Vince is one of the most over people in the company. May be the guy who'd be over most. And that's fucking crazy sad, bro. That's crazy fucking sad that this guy is the owner. He's the guy, like, I fucking, no chance. Like, he would get, like, the biggest pop. I mean, we bitch about him. We call him a scumbag, and people call him all these things, but he's still, it's like, dude, you're the fucking still the most over thing. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you people doing back at WWE to fucking not allow people to be over who are the wrestlers? The wrestlers need to be over. What are you doing?
Yeah.
The fuck are they doing? Vince McMahon. You play any one of those theme songs, and I'm like, okay. Especially now that the theme songs all suck and they got rid of all the CFO. It's like, okay, this guy's coming out, great. Okay, this guy's coming out, okay, great. No chance, fucking, oh shit, Vince McMahon, no chance in hell! Like, you fucking start freaking out and you start jerking off on your family who's around you, and it's a great time. But what the fuck, man? Are you serious? Like, I was looking down through the roster, I'm like, who's better? Who the fuck's better? Edge, I guess. I mean, Edge is there. I mean, what the fuck, dude? This is a problem. I mean, no wonder, like, 50 and 60-year-olds watch NXT.
Super Chat Party.
Oh shit, the Guardian.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the hustle, bro. Check out Chaos Corner.
Check out the Guardian of Chaos's podcast, Chaos Corner. Check him out on Twitter. He's always tweeting it. And it's a damn good podcast, man. Great guy. And I really got to hook up with Guardian of Chaos for some shit talk on the side soon. And anybody. Really, we have a good time. Dude, we had a good day today with that show earlier today on Patreon.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Holy fuck, dude. I don't know what wrong with Bullfrog and Tony got beef. Like, I tried to, like, but I don't know what was going on there. Some kind of backstage.
Trying to get, to the details of that was a bit mind-numbing.
It was weird. I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, Snoop Dogg received a fridge, an Xbox fridge from Xbox, and they gave this big fridge away.
So jealous.
Me and Jake talked about it. We put the video up on Corrupted. Guardian of Chaos, thank you, man, for the $9.99, bro. Thank you so much, dude, for dropping $9.99 and helping move the goal, the bar. Where's the bar at? The bar is at the bar.
We are the bar.
Move the goal to 42%. Thank you, Guardian of Chaos. And also, one thing we didn't cover.
The problems with WWE, somebody tweeted Mustafa Ali and said, you must be sick of people telling you how awful Retribution is while you're trying your damnedest to elevate them. And he said, no, I love it. Yelling at performers about a show they don't write makes me smile. Obviously being sarcastic, but he's not wrong. We're giving T-Bar and everybody like that in Retribution shit, but it's not their fault. And that's, at the end of the day, it does come down to that. Think about when Retribution first appeared. That video got what? Over 2.5 million views that night, I believe. When they threw the Molotov cocktail at the generator outside, people were excited for this. People were genuinely accepting and curious and interested about who is this new group and what do they stand for and what are they about and who are the members, and they ruined it. They killed it. Week in and week out, they just, one notch at a time, they brought it down until it was just garbage. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. Yet again, I mean, we see why, but how can they think any of these ideas are what they should be going with on TV?
I don't know. I can't even believe what they're doing. I can't even believe what they're doing.
And then you have Impact, with their Rosemary and their lovely wedding. Like I said the other day, they tried to pull the whole "Who Shot Mr. Burns" angle.
Yeah.
And fans are pretty unhappy, I guess, because God forbid, as we said before, you do anything different or, oh, there's a shooting involved. You're being insensitive, and it's ridiculous what people get criticized for nowadays. I couldn't believe that people were legitimately mad over the fact of this angle. Was it ridiculous? Yeah. Was it stupid? Absolutely. Was it cheesy acted? You're damn right. But to get mad over something like this or offended, you have to be retarded. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of retarded. Kind of retarded.
That's it for news on my end, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think you really got it all. I don't know. There was something that I thought about earlier. It was the Q3.
I had a shit ton more, but ditch that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. MLW.
I looked stuff up for hours and made sure
It was wrong?
poured through all the news.
It's
But
just dead.
That's the highlights.
Those are the highlights, baby. There's not a lot of news today, to be honest. I was looking through all day, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be a empty night. Other than we didn't talk about the ratings, really. I mean, what we did. We didn't really. I mean, we did. I mean, there was nothing else to say. They both did well, and I guess the biggest story is that Matt Riddle is now Riddle. Yeah, he's Riddle, and that's about it. Yeah, pretty much.
Lakers? Check. Dodgers winning the World Series? Check. Sahar Banks winning the SmackDown Women's title? Check. Justin Turner giving COVID to the rest of the Dodgers? Let's hope not. SmackDown is going to suck dick.
Well, I talked about it yesterday on my other channel. Luis Antonio Alejandro. He was once the king of the wheel. The king of the wheel this week is who? Somebody in the chat know who the king of the wheel is in the chat? Somebody who first person that gets it, I'm shouting them out. Who's the king of the wheel this week? Moss Blaze is the top donator, but who's the king of the wheel this week? Even Jake can guess. Everybody can guess. Guess who it is.
Let's see. Anybody in the chat going to get it?
Let's see who gets it first. Who's the
They're
king?
delayed, so.
He won on Monetize This last week, and we got to shout him out, my friend. Yeah, this guy, he's like, hey, I got COVID in the 8th inning, which doesn't make sense anyway, which is what I said on my other channel. I was like, dude, why?
Well, because the test was delayed for whatever reason. They said they had an issue with the lab or something, so the results came back late. So he was already infecting people possibly during the entire game.
D. Welsh got it. D. Welsh got it first.
Yep, he nailed it.
He's the king.
I was going to bet on Welsh, too.
Choo! Arushin Chu, baby. He is the king of the wheel, but he did not want the belt back on Twitter the other day. But he is the king of the wheel, so maybe the king gets what he wants, man. Maybe we keep Drew away from this show. Keep Drew the fuck away from this show. I'll let the king decide on Friday night.
There we go.
Friday night, the king will decide what to do. Let me see if I can get him up there. Where's that fucking crown? Where's that fucking crown for Aru? Arushin Chu, the longest subscribed to my Twitch account of anybody ever. Arushin Chu has been subscribed to my Twitch account 3 years. It's crazy. We had a 2-year last night, but 3 years for Aru. That's nuts. Who the fuck, dude? He goes on to Twitch manually every fucking month and resubscribes. That's 3 years of doing that since 2017 or something like that. Crazy.
Long time. That's for damn sure.
Good Lord. Yo, Beard Gang, what's up, brother? What's up to all the members in the chat, DanH&Cora? Thank you guys for joining and becoming members. Lewis Money, Drew Barr, and everybody else who I might have missed who was talking earlier who are members like The Villain and Glorious 1.0, Hector Gutierrez, and Casey is raw down there. Casey is raw down there. King of the Pumpkins, Arushin Chu. We'll find out if he keeps that crown tomorrow night on Monetize This. So hopefully you guys are around for tomorrow night for Monetize This. We'll have a lot to say. You will probably see, if we allow Drew on the show, you'll see that Monetize This championship for the first time in a long time tomorrow night.
It's a long time, since June of last year.
Really?
Yeah, and that's right after I had it. It went back to you and got shipped out.
Damn.
Because Drew stole it from me.
Yeah, Drew Barr hit 24 months, right? Drew Barr, was you that hit 24 last night, right? He's on his way to 3 years. Fucking crazy.
Oh, I found the numbers too before that I was going to bring up. At one point in time, Big E and a few others were making $60,000 for some close to a month, but this was just reported as total earnings, $60,000 for his Cameo account. And that's, Ric Flair, Roman Reigns, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Mandy Rose, Rey Mysterio, on and on and on. They all were earning decent money. I mean, Mandy Rose was making $22,000. Ric Flair pulled in $30,000. Bret Hart, for the top 10 highest earning legends, was pulling in $65,000, and that's $150 per cameo. So that's a lot of cameos,
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that, all of this is gone now. It's just all their Cameo accounts are gone. So it's so unfair for the talent. It just really is.
That's fucking enraging, bro. Like, it's anger. Watching Paige, like, crying and stuff is, like, it's fucking enraging. But anyway, please check out our podcast from earlier today. And thanks to everybody who came out to watch live. We had about 25, 27 people live watching on a random stream today on Patreon. And over 150 of you guys saw it earlier. I know that, but maybe some of you didn't know that there is also an audio version of the show from earlier today. So the audio version is up for you guys to download. On Patreon on desktop, you just right-click highlight the name of the file, save as to your computer. If you have a cell phone, though, you just hit the little arrow over here somewhere, and you can save it right to your cell phone. Have a good old time. Thousands of episodes of everything, all the classic Corrupteds, all the sound clips, all the songs, all the podcasts, and, of course, Leah and Monica. Their episode 4 of Talk Spooky to Me went up yesterday. And thank you to everybody who enjoyed that one. And we got more coming. And then this Saturday night, we are streaming live Among Us. We're going to have all kinds of people, I guess, playing with us. Leah's going to be streaming on her Twitch, I think, for the first time. So I'll have to go for Corrupted Podcast at some point, I think. And when I do that, then I don't know. They may still keep streaming, so Leah may be live on her Twitch still. I don't know yet. We don't know how that's going to work. And we're going to have, we're going to have so many people. We're going to have Max. We're going to have people yesterday that said they were going to play. We're going to have maybe Troy's going to be here. We're going to have D Moon's going to be playing. I'm going to be playing. Jake, you're playing, right? Or are you playing?
I should be here later.
Jake might be here. And maybe even JB. JB looks like he's going to be on board too. It's going to be a big, fun time. All right.
And then definitely next week we have the big election night for Throwdown next Tuesday. That's going to be a hell of a party. Lots of guests, lots of fun. People stopping in. We're going to be covering the election. It's going to be a wild night.
Yeah, the election night's going to be nuts. Throwdown election night. That's going to be fucking crazy. Dude, we're going to like do shots and throw shit at the TV. It's going to be great. That's going to be on Corrupted Nation, so make sure you guys are subscribed to my other channel, Corrupted Nation. And a bunch of news videos coming, as I've been putting up for the last couple of days. You guys have seen them on Shame on News. And, of course, we put up some videos on Final Frontier and everything else that's going on Patreon. So make sure there's just tons of shit going on everywhere. So all the links to everything is down below if you need links to things and what we're doing and what's going on and all those other things and blah 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 blah. Out of nowhere, Moss Blaze is the champion. The JCS top donation of the stream goes to Moss Blaze. Moss Blaze. And thanks to everybody who's a $25 patron or higher. Jman from KC, Kyle M. Smith, our buddy Jerome Spicer, Kevin Murphy, TonyFromReveah. He joined us earlier on the podcast. ColdBrewKrew, Junebug, Steveo, Duane Crenshaw, DanH&Cora, Joseph Lightsey, Sith Neegan. He's the top patron. $100 Sith Neegan. Sith Neegan. Arknolia Strokelbean, Gary Metzler, NickY J, the Weed God, GARGUTS Entertainment, Brian Harper, John Zippay, ADTR 210, Gordon Bombay, Talk to Me Nice, Drew Bar 100, CJ Bradley, Spiderland Leafs fan Matt Rossmeyer, The Bear 1322, and OG, Jason Tarr, Kalelbama, JD Venom, the top guy ever, almost, right near Schleppy, Star Scream, and everybody else. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for Monetize This, live on Corrupted Nation. It's Monetize This tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the night after, the gaming will commence Saturday nights into Corrupted Podcast. It's not too late to sign up for Corrupted as well. It's only $1. $1 a month to hear Corrupted. $2 a month to get the audio download.
Did you see Monday night?
Oh, shit.
What tonight? What was great, especially when Roman Reigns went crazy and pulled out his penis. I like Roman Reigns' penis My name is Squila Fat.
Stealing Momblaze's belt just like I stole yours. Hashtag Team Drew, stop me.
You fucking motherfucker! I will cut you into pieces, Drew! Drew!